Okay.
Another tale from Reddit. Thank you. Wanted to leave
Another tale from Reddit.
Am I the asshole for wanting to leave the Super Bowl party early? For trying to leave a Super Bowl party when the Eagles were kneeling out the clock with their backups. Nah, you're good to bail on that.
And this is
That game sucked too.
Good to go.
I mean, yeah, especially that one. But
That being said, some people are very passionate about sports.
well, let's hear him out. Or
My wife is
him
pissed
out.
at me. We went to her parents' house to watch the Super Bowl. We had food, drinks, standard stuff. When the game was far out of reach, I wanted to go home and said, let's go. This was around 1:50. Oh, this was with around 1:50 left. 2 minutes.
2 minutes a game.
Which
Now-
it's not a lot considering they're running the clock. That is like not a lot of time.
Right.
That last 2 minutes goes fast. The Eagles had dumped Gatorade on the coach, celebrated on the sideline, and already put their backups in. She wanted to stay to watch all this stuff after the game. I don't care about any of it and wanted to get home because it's a work night. Well, it's... Hold on. It wasn't that late, was it?
No.
it went pretty quick.
Well, if they're on the East Coast, it would have been significantly later.
Oh.
So what... Let me think here.
was
Would have
done
been
at,
like at latest 8?
Around like 8. I mean, that's time.
No, I think that game went over with 3.5 hours. Started 6:30 East time, so 9:30.
Oh. Yeah, I think he's right.
But
Actually,
also-
it would have been getting pretty late. Yeah.
We're at her parents' house.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So maybe first of all, she doesn't want her husband to look like rude for leaving early.
Right.
Because you want your parents to like him. And secondly...
Well, they're married. I think that we're past that point.
Right, but do people not care anymore?
I think to an extent, when you're married, it's like, listen, I gotta
Yeah.
go. Nobody gives a fuck.
Okay, true.
Just depends on the family, I guess. I mean, some
Right.
families might find that offensive. Maybe.
Because the verbiage
I don't think my family would. But,
Sorry.
go ahead.
The verbiage he used was that she wanted to stay and watch everything else. Like, is that really what she said?
But it could
to
be
him?
tradition, though. Like, she's watched the Super Bowl with her dad every year.
true.
They watch it all the way through. Maybe she's a huge Eagles fan. She want to sit there and enjoy the after game with her dad, etc.
But yeah, people on the East Coast were saying it ended around like 10:15, 10:20. So, I mean, that's
pretty
getting pretty late.
If you're an early riser, that's
Yeah, that's
bedtime.
pretty bad.
However, let me keep reading. She wanted to stay to watch all the stuff at the game. I don't care because I want to get home for his work night.
Okay,
She's of the opinion that nobody would ever leave a party to watch a sporting event. Wait, hold on. She's of the opinion that nobody would ever leave a party to watch a sporting event before the clock had fully run down. That's not true. She doesn't watch sports at all. Okay, that's illuminating. I told her this is pretty standard behavior. When a game is out of reach, sports
Yeah.
fans will start going, yeah, I mean,
I agree with this guy.
people were leaving the stadium, I guarantee.
Because I feel like even like
En
I'm
masse.
thinking like my family would be the kind of family to be offended, but like not over a game.
Yeah.
Like it would be more so like if you come for a holiday
That's
and
different.
we didn't finish whatever the holiday is. and
Sure,
you're like,
yeah.
Also,
But
sometimes you
it's
just
just a
don't wanna
game.
watch it. Yeah.
He further explains, I explained that sports fans do this when they attend games, go to bars, or watch with friends. She thinks I'm an asshole. What do you guys? So the only way that he's an asshole is if she has some kind of ritual with her family that's important to her.
then like take separate cars or something.
I was just
They don't
gonna
have
say
to-
that.
I mean, that's expensive. Maybe they can't afford 2 cars.
Maybe. The one thing that threw me in this is like, I could accept. Listen, I'm perfectly fine with leaving early if it looks like the game's over. But she wants to stick out the game. It's only like 2 extra minutes. If you're like really making a big deal about it, like that's maybe a bit much. Like just sit out the extra minute and a half.
But
mean,
when
yeah.
you're
wants to see
saying
the end
2
of the game.
minutes, how long would that end up being?
Like
Probably
3
like
minutes.
3 minutes because they weren't really even playing anymore.
run
They
the
were like
clock
running
out.
the clock essentially.
Oh.
What made me turn on her is that she was insisting on also staying to watch all of the stuff after. That shit is bullshit. That is so
But
boring.
why would she want to
Who
watch that if
cares?
she doesn't care about sports? I'm
Exactly.
confused.
That's where she lost me. I'm like,
But no,
you want to watch
I'm-
the ceremony? You want to watch the NFL
that's where
commissioner?
he lost
Give
me.
it to the
Yeah,
owner.
me too.
He
Ethan.
lost me. I don't think that he is being forthcoming about all the facts of the story.
Yep.
Okay,
If
interesting.
you don't care about sports, why the fuck would you want to watch that shit? That's
Yeah.
like the last thing
Yeah,
I'd
that
ever wanna
part
the
was
watch.
least
weird.
interesting part by a million.
Yeah.
Were they like diehard Eagles fans? I don't think
That was not stated.
It wasn't stated, but I mean that would obviously change things too. Like
I-
if you want
I
to
would
see the
assume
Eagles
not.
get the trophy.
I would assume that's pertinent.
I mean, the only information we have is that he said she's not a sports person.
Maybe she
Right.
wanted to stay to see where they're going after. You know how they always ask, where are you going?
I'm
To
going
Disneyland or whatever.
Yeah, maybe she's
I think ultimately,
Really into that.
I'm gonna say he's the asshole because here's the deal.
Oh.
If you're over her family's house, and you're like, hey babe, let's go, it's late, and she's like, well, let's just wait and finish the game. It's like, don't start an argument. Just say, okay, that's fine. If you care that much about it, we can wait.
I feel that way too. I think just like why I'm trying to figure out why does it matter to her, and the only answer I have is that she wants to stay and spend time with her fam. But also,
Only
I'm
reason.
writing that for it, so I don't know.
No, that's the only reason.
Yeah, it
She wouldn't just stay there because she doesn't care
Agreed.
about sports and she wants to watch the after game. There's an alternative reason.
Maybe mom made a homemade dessert, and she always does every year, and it's in the freezer. And
There's
she's gonna bring it
something
out.
else.
Yeah, totally.
I think he's the asshole.
I feel like the dessert would have been brought out way before the Gatorade, though.
I don't. Maybe they care so much about the game, they're so locked in they can't.
It's fair enough.
Thank you.
Maybe.
I'm with Olivia on that.
Thanks.
I see there's a lot. This is an interesting one because I see people are disagreeing with me.
No, I agree with you. I
Because
think
there's not
because
enough
it's a family event.
information.
Well, based on the info we have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm also starting to think he was a Chiefs fan too. It was probably a bit sour.
Oh, if he left that out, that would be damning. Like
Yeah.
for him to leave that out because now
Absolutely.
there's the whole angle of you're just fucking mad that your team got stomped.
Absolutely incriminating.
Yeah, he just seems too bitter for it to be that big of a deal.
I don't think it's fair to assume that, though. We have to take the facts as they're given to us. This is
I'm-
pertinent information that
Right.
they would have included.
I was gonna
I'm
say maybe he's a
confused.
Drake fan.
I'm
was
confused
pissed.
about the 2-minute thing. Is it really just like
So here's why.
a fight over staying like 5
At the
more
end
minutes?
of the game, they do all this dumb shit like they call timeouts. They take time, and the clock keeps running. So they'll just do shit that like basically stops the game but keeps the clock going. So it's literally like 2 minutes.
There like really isn't anything happening
Yeah.
in it.
Like
Yeah.
they that's part running the clock. It's part
Yeah.
they do it on purpose.
Right.
Some people in chat are saying maybe she's a Swiftie, and she thought that Taylor would be on camera after the game
That's fair too.
because she was last year.
Right.
Oh, wait, we have an update from Ian, who said he left a comment saying they are neutral fans to the teams. Chief haters, kind of.
So she's
Okay,
not
so
really
they're-
like hardcore into the game.
Sounds like, yeah, not.
And if anything, leaning more towards like being happy
Eagles.
the Chiefs. Yeah. Right. Right.
But for him, he just wants to leave because it's a work night. What's the
Yeah.
big deal?
I know, grow up. It's just like
Yeah.
one night of the year. It's not that
Exactly. You'll be a
serious.
little tired. So what? Everyone at work is going to be the same.
You know how many
Right.
fucking hours I spent at Hila's parents' house just looking at the clock?
Yeah.
So many. Every fucking weekend, the whole day.
Yeah.
You just got to pay your dues, man.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I definitely feel you. So we have the audience poll in, and this is not going like when we started out. I thought people wouldn't be against this guy, but I
So I'm
think
saying
I've been
you're-
convinced too. I think he's kind of the asshole here.
He's the asshole, yeah. 45%, there we go.
Interesting.
Not the ass. So hold on. You can't actually think that
I think
she did anything wrong. What could she have possibly done wrong?
right. I would say if anything, it would just be
Well,
No
making
asshole here.
we're like arguing over it.
It doesn't
And-
say that she caused a scene or anything. It just says she wanted to stay.
Feels like such a small ask and a small compromise to make.
right.
Exactly, Nate.
That's right, Nate.
Spoken like a wonderful man and a good husband.
Thank you. I'm shooting ropes.
and a
bro.
great,
Oh
great,
God!
uh,
and then he has to go fuck it up with that.
and a great girl dad.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's breaking pretty heavily towards this dude's an asshole. 46%, almost half the audience.
Wrap it up.
There it is.
Your man sucks, girl. Break
Go
up. Leave him.
Yeah.
Leave him. Go to the gym. Erase social media.
off the grid.
Take a trip to Spain.
Lawyer up.
Totally.
Fuck a strange guy.
Delete Facebook.
Get some strange Spanish ass.
Love that.
At
Get
least
someone that looks
he's-
like this.
He's got a job and he cares about his job.
Okay. Fine. Yeah, true. That's, I mean, you're right. The bar sometimes is that low.
So this is a little meta, but people turned on him in this thread because he posted this over an hour after all the game stuff ended. So he was on Reddit making threads that night.
He immediately was at home coping.
Loser.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's
Loser
weird.
behavior.
Quickly, I need to run to Reddit and find and vent.
Yeah.
Poor loser.
You should be sleeping if it's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Fall
What
asleep
is
on
he
the
doing on
couch.
Reddit?
Get your ass in bed, loser.
Yep.
GG.